mantan pengerusi Bar Council, belum lagi masuk ISA. Sila beri ucapan terima kasih.
Thank you. Terima kasih. Salam sejahtera, saudara-saudari. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Let me start by saying happy birthday, Bersih 3. It's the 28th of April. Let me tell you what's more significant today. The first vote for PRU 13 has been cast today by our overseas voters. That's why today is so special. So it's wonderful that that happened on our first anniversary of Bersih 3. What is the percentage so far?
Should be completing in 30 minutes.
Should be complete. I think most of the people, apparently the queues are pretty long.
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. People have been voting in Melbourne. And I think there is no doubt that these elections are historic. We have never seen anything like it in all our years. And I predict that we are going to have the biggest voter turnout in PRU. And that's why today, launching this book, and as Pak Samad says, there is definitely reason in Pak Samad's rhyme, but there is no rhyme in my reasoning. Just pure facts, exactly like lawyers are. But this book came about because of one person, and she is Anissa Alphonsus, who came to see me and she said this is something that she really believes in and that she wanted to do to spread the message of Bersih. So she actually did some research. She went on the net and she asked people from the public to give her questions that they would want to ask of me and Pak Samad. And so these questions that you see in the book are actual questions from members of the public. Because the idea was that we will answer the concerns and any of the issues that are troubling the Malaysian public. So the book is question-answer, exactly as it is. It is actually a conversation with Pak Samad and myself. So that was the aim of the book. I'm so happy for her that this has happened. There are a few people that I have to thank. I will do that in a minute. But suffice it to say that every cent from this book goes to Bersih. Every cent of profit goes to Bersih. And we've been very, very lucky with the people who have helped us with this book. Let me just read out the names. These are people who have contributed. I believe they're here, so give us a wave wherever you are. John Cho, who contributed photographs. Some of the wonderful photographs, if you look at the photographs, they're superb photographs, okay? They were chosen, black and white. These are the people who provided these photographs. John Cho, Mahen Bala, are you here? No. Alicia Go, no. Ahmad Mustaqim, Hugo Teng, Connie, not sure of the surname, Kabil Lopez, Tirun is not here, I know. Stephanie is not here. Stephanie helped me edit this book. And of course, we cannot forget the great Zuna, because his cartoons appear here as well. Now, the thing about all these people, these are all ordinary Malaysians who took photographs on the day. We found them, I think Stephanie did all that work, found them on the websites, got in touch with them, and they were very kindly allowed us to use their photographs. So it is so much a Malaysian, this is a rakyat book, really. If ever there was a rakyat book, this is one of them, okay? So Zuna's is as well. But really, it's just so much of input, so much of care, so much of warmth that has gone into this book that I'm eternally grateful to all those who helped make it happen. Now the publishers are mentioned there as well, Pican Works. Please use them. This is all a labor of love by them, actually. please use them because they are excellent, they are artistic, and they are the ones who are responsible for the wonderful layout of this book. Now, I want to say this about per se. I mean, to me actually, I think it's providence that the first vote is cast today. I couldn't believe it actually until I thought about it, and I thought, goodness gracious, you know, that is a real celebration of per se for me. Actually, the first vote of PRU 13 was cast today. And I think wherever I go to speak, and wherever I go to speak, the participation of the public is very obvious to me. The numbers of people who are coming up, who are interested to hear all the people or the candidates, there's a real wave, let me put it that way. There's a wave of awareness, there is a wave of goodwill, people really, really interested in taking part in the democratic process of this country. And I think that, as I said before, we will get the highest, in my view, voter turnout. And I don't think all these scare tactics of, bombs and this and that is going to deter anyone. And no one should be worried. Because to be fair, the police have always ensured every general election has been peaceful. It has gone off peacefully. And I think we must trust in that. But above and beyond that, we must trust in ourselves. Because we are peace-loving people. Malaysians are peace-loving people. We are going to go out there peacefully on the 5th of May and cast our votes peacefully. So I think it really is in our hands, the kind of voting day that you want. But I also see a lot of excitement now. Everybody is so excited about what's going to happen on PRU 13. Now, it has been my absolute honor to have worked with Pak Samad. I've always said this and I say it again, he's my hero. And I think he's everybody's hero, right? I think we should give him a big round of applause. Not just for being the voice of, the voice of calm and reason, but for the principles that he holds dear, and for which he's so prepared to put himself out. I always have the picture of Pak Samad when he was walking barefoot to the palace. I mean, to me, that says it all. This is in July 2011. And really, I think he has inspired a lot of Malaysians and continues to do so. And of course, my grateful thanks to our wonderful committee, steering committee. We're made up of very, very vibrant, very, very different people, activists versus conservatives, a bit more conservative, lawyers, this, that. So we've pulled through, not an easy time, it's not been easy for all of us because we are under attack all the time. Let me tell you, I know Special Branch are here and there's no issue with that because I can tell you, Birthday is open about everything we say. Whatever we say and do, we do openly. There's no hiding, we don't have any other agenda. Whatever our agenda is, it's here, it's right in front of you, you know what it is. But I will tell you, I was also, I don't know if you all know, but when I went to give a talk at in Seramban recently, and at a community hall next to the church, the SPR did come and try and stop me. They said they would charge me if I made a political speech, etc., etc. But I said to them, look, under what law are you going to do this? And they said, oh, it's under the Electoral Offences Act. So I said, yeah, but I'm not a candidate. I can actually go anywhere and speak. I'm not a chalon. So, and today they came and filmed me again when I gave a talk at Pantai Dalam. Okay? So they are going on rather large cameras and filming me and stuff like that, which is fine. That's, enforcement. It's up to them to enforce. But I hope that Special Branch and Election Commission, etc., are not doing this to people with a view to intimidating them. As far as me, Zuna, Pak Samad, no, we cannot be intimidated. But I hope they're not doing that to others to intimidate them, because this is not the kind of Malaysia that we want to be in. And let me tell you something, Malaysians are not afraid anymore. That's one thing that is really clear, because wherever you go for ceramahs and so on, they come out in droves. So there's no doubt in my mind that they are participating fully in this democratic process. Now, comedians, actually, it has been said that the comedians in this country are feeling depressed because there's no more work for them. Simply because our politicians are doing the job for them. You know, there's so much humor in what the politicians are doing that the comedians have no more job. But luckily, that's not the case with cartoonists. And as you can see, I mean, you look at the front cover, it's hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious, Zuna's front cover. So luckily for you, Zuna, cartoonists, you've got plenty of work because of our politicians, okay? Now, I mean, seriously, Lord of the Ring, where is that actually, Zuna? Lord of the Ringgit. Is it in this one? It's in the preview. That's brilliant. I didn't know that actually. But maybe you should write a sequel at some point, Lord of the Ringgit. Are we going to go, is there going to be a Return of the King or a Return of the Ring? Okay? I think you need to, that has to be a sequel which you will write after May the 5th. Yeah, that's right. So then, well, finally, I mean, what I will say is this, that we, the people of Malaysia, the Rakyat, and this is something, I mean, the Rakyat are amazing. They really are also our inspiration for the Bersih Committee. But we are the gatekeepers of our parliament for the PRU 13. And as gatekeepers, we need to ensure that the people we allow into our parliament are worthy to be there. And I think that's all these elections are about. If they are racist or sexist or whatever, for God's sake, slam the door on their face. Don't let them into our parliament. We want dignified statesmen in our parliament. And at the end of the day, really, after the elections, we need a statesman to unite all of us. There's a lot of healing to be done, and that's what we should be looking for. And why do we do this? Why does Pak Samad do this? Why does Zuna do this? I mean, really, I saw Zuna speaking in Klang recently. And, you know, it was brilliant. Of course, he was cartooning on the spot. And why do we do all this? Why do we go around? Why do we make the effort to educate the public? Well, the reason we do this, of course, is obvious. It's because we want to better Malaysia. But over and above that, and I suppose a big positive for us, is that we actually have a front row seat to the making of history in this country. And for that, we are grateful. Thank you very much.